Hey guys, it's Neil from the Schoolbusters, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to get gold in the circuit experience for Interlagos, Brazil. So for this track you've got 4 sectors and obviously the flying lap at the end. So what I have done is I've put slow-mos in the video and I'll talk you through each one on that one. For my setup, I put my traction control on 3. And I changed the brake balance as well. I put it to the front and I put it at -4 for obviously sharper braking. So yeah, I didn't find this one too bad, to be honest. I'm quite used to and familiar with the track. Obviously you've just got to nail this corner. Like I say, I'll talk you through the slow-mo, but it's about gaining and keeping the momentum of the speed going through the NS. And I think once you do that, you should get gold. I think it's a fairly simple one, to be honest. It's just knowing your braking point. Your braking points will be on the right hand side. I'll point it out in a second. So here we go. So straight away from the start, you're looking for the 100 meter mark, which is there now. So you're starting to brake early, brake into it, and then lift off, let the car roll round, give it a little slight touch of the accelerator just to get a bit of speed going into it, and then go back onto it now, full throttle all the way round. Just be careful you don't step the back end out and you start it starts drifting, because if it starts drifting, there's no traction, you'll lose the speed and obviously the time, and you'll just the demo will just disappear. The demonstration car will disappear. I'd recommend setting up so that you've got the demonstration car ghost set up as well as your own ghost. What that means is you're trying to keep up with the ghost, the demonstration one, and then also you're trying to improve your ghost every time. So I found that is the best way for me. Hopefully it'll help you that way. So moving on to the sector 2. So again, I'd say this one's fairly straightforward. This one, it's just the one bend that we're braking at, and it's just finding the right braking point. So it's just a long straight down here, and then it's just a matter of finding your braking point, which is there then, and I think it's just before the 50 meter mark. Just let the car roll round, and then basically you're just using all the apexes just to keep the momentum of the car going with the speed, obviously. So I'll talk you through the slow-mo to achieve gold. The next tricky part is obviously the next part, but let's talk you through this one first. So it's the long straight. The little boards are here on the bottom. It gives you your braking point references, which is now just before the 50 meter mark. Brake, drop down to 3rd, you're looking to about 75 miles an hour. Let the car roll round, back on the gas once you're straightened up, pinch as much as this apex as you can, and let it move back out, and then obviously across the finish line, and hopefully you should get gold. Like I said, that's a fairly straightforward one, that one. The tricky one is coming up, sector 3, and it's about a lot of tight bends in quick succession, and it's a matter of keeping as much speed through each corner as possible. You don't really need to brake that much. Just let the car roll round on most of them. Like this one is just brake early now and let it roll in, then back on the gas, right round, and then you're braking heavy, which is now into the corner, not too much. You can pinch some of the apex, I didn't on that time, and then just a little dab of the brake just before that hairpin there then, and then round. Like I say, I'll talk you through again the slow-mo, and you'll see exactly where I braked, my racing line, and obviously the speeds that I'm dropping down to, so you're not losing too much. So this one, it's a bit deceiving. So what you can do is just brake now, let the car roll round, and then now is hit the gas. So you're back on it again straight away, and then move over to the left, and now brake early into the corner, dropping it down to second gear. You can pinch like the Ghost demonstration does. Brake again now, little dab, and then back on the gas, hugging the inside as much as you can, and then straighten it up and not cross the finish line, and hopefully it'll achieve gold for you. It can be tricky, that one, but like I say, I'm familiar with this track, so I didn't find it too difficult. So the next one again can be difficult. It's mastered in this hairpin. It is deceiving. It looks like you can go quite wide into this area here and then brake into it, but if you snatch the accelerator too much, you'll move over onto the left there and you'll lose a lot of speed. This one you can do flat out. Sometimes, depending on the car, you have to lift. But on this one you don't have to lift. I wouldn't advise lifting, just keep on the gas. If you feel like the car's stepping out, then obviously do so. All this section is flat out, just make sure you're on that racing line, and then hopefully then you should achieve gold. So I'll talk you through the slow-mo, and hopefully it'll help you as well. Use my braking points for references for yourself. So straight away you want to move over to the left, brake it early, just before the corner, let the car roll into it, take as much as that apex as you can, wait for it to straighten up, and then go for the accelerator, and then move gradually over to this apex here. You can go on it, but don't take too much. Like I say, you don't need to lift into it. We'll look at the braking point, which is just before that 50 metre mark. Brake, drop it down to third, roll over the curb. Try not to go too deep because you'll go over onto the grass, and then obviously it's a fail. So then once you've done that and you're straightened up, it's flat out all the way to the start finish line. Like I say, hug this inside line, keep to the racing line. It's the fastest part of the track. You just want to clip the little green marker here like that, and then just move the car back over to the side, and hopefully you'll achieve gold. So next up we have the flying lap. So you've just got to nail every one of them sectors as fast as you can, taking as much speed through each corner. Like I say, the middle parts is where you'll lose or gain the speed. So straight away we're looking for the braking point, which is on the right hand side, 100 metre mark. Brake now into the corner, take the curb, let the car roll onto the accelerator, take some of the more curb, and take this apex as well, flat out all the way round, long straight. And we're looking for the little boards again on the bottom right here now. Brake now, drop down to third, let it roll, back on the gas, hug the inside, move over to the right, sweeping round, and then brake early now, let the car roll, back on the gas. If you feel like you're losing it, then lift off, but then brake early into this corner. Again, take the apex, a little dab with the brake just beforehand, take as much of the curb as you can, so you're getting as much speed through the corners. Brake early into this hairpin, take the apex, accelerate running the car straight, flat out through this corner, taking a bit of curb if you need to. Brake just before the 50 metre mark, dropping down to second, and then it's flat out to the start finish. Don't lift off, and like I said, just keep with the racing line, and then you shouldn't lose too much speed. So like I said, I've got the slow-mo, and I'll talk you through that as well, so you can see it a bit more clearer of where they actually brake, what speeds to drop down to, your racing line, stuff like that, and hopefully you'll achieve gold. So here we go. So again, like I say, looking for the markings on the right hand side, the boards, 100 meter mark, there it is. Now you want to brake, heavy, off the brake, moving over to the curb, let the car roll, wait for it to straighten up, and then go for the accelerator, pinch the apex, taking a bit of this curb as well. Just try not to let the car step out, because you will lose traction, and that obviously means speed and time. So we're flat out down this long straight. Again, we're looking out for the little boards on the bottom right of the corner, which is approaching now. You're looking for the 50 meter mark, and we're braking now into the corner, dropping it down to third, take some of the apex, let the car roll into the corner, straighten it up, back on the gas, hug the inside, just move out slightly, and then keep to the left approaching this bend, and we're braking early into this bit. So we're looking now, brake, aim for the apex, there it is, off the gas, let it roll, and then back on. So we're hugging this tight, and then moving over to the left. Now we're going to brake hard into this corner, not too much, second gear, dropping down to just about 45 miles an hour, take some of that curb, let it roll round, straighten up, little gas, now a dab of the brake, and let it roll again, taking as much curb as you can possibly take or need, straighten it up, back on the gas, and then again move over to the left hand side, brake early, not too much, let the car roll into the corner, don't get on too soon because you'll get thrown out onto the left hand side. Now you want to go for it, and then take some of this curb for good measure, so that you're keeping the speed through into the final braking point. You're looking for the little board on the right there, 50, that's now, that's where we're braking. Take the apex, there it is, into the corner, let it roll, and then go for the accelerator straight away. Hug the inside of this and follow the racing line, as I keep telling you, and then hopefully you will achieve gold like I did. So I hope this video helps. If it did, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
You